Man, I hate goodbyes. Look out your window right now. What do you see? You see the sun shining. You see people walking around without jackets. I just have a feeling we're going to be saying goodbye to summer after today.
Looks like she's going to turn cold tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Got a front coming in.
Yeah, you got that right.
Immediate forecast doesn't look terrible, but temperatures are going to be dipping later this week. So what are you going to do with that last gasp of summer today and tonight? What are you going to do? Got lots of choices. Actually caused an argument at Dave's house last night and early this morning. We'll get into that at 11:20. Plus, how do you make better decisions in your life? It's actually the structure of your choices that affects your outcomes. That's coming up at 9:30. Right now, we choose to do the top three. Hey, it's today's top three.
Today's top three. Number one.
Let's be real. Budget meetings are boring. It's a leader in front of the room talking about random numbers and a hypothetical scenario while poring over a spreadsheet. It's boring. Forever boring. Except with Minneapolis police, it's become quite interesting because of the crisis they're dealing with in that city, which directly impacts the community.
I will tell you what is not acceptable is to have any more reductions right now in our sworn capacity to be responding to the incidents of gun violence, the incidents of carjackings, and homicides that have occurred in our city.
More and more and more talks about Minneapolis police, specifically the budget this time. Police Chief Madera Arredondo there showing his spending priorities for the department's proposed $192 million budget for next year. He gets it. Hiring more police officers should be the number one priority. They've lost nearly 300 since last year. That's unacceptable. That budget would also hire a wellness director, replace aging dashboard cameras in police squads, and make certain positions that are now held by sworn officers into civilian jobs. That all seems reasonable. It's not the final destination for policing, but it's logical steps forward. Budget meetings are boring. No one paid attention to police until now, when everyone is watching their every move. And hopefully people are paying attention to what's happening in the city without police. Violent crimes are up. 911 calls aren't being serviced because they don't have police officers. Without 300 police officers in the largest city in the state, I mean, and I don't blame them, who would want to work there after what the city council did to them, throwing them into a pool with no water? Yet you have the police chief in Madera Arredondo. He continues to serve. We haven't found the best solution yet. But while we reimagine what it all looks like, we need to keep people safe in that community today.
Number two.
Honestly, there's nothing I like more than an awkward video to announce a re-election campaign. It's one of my favorite things. Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan doing exactly that this morning, releasing a 2-minute video with their One Minnesota slogan with a football narrative.
Peggy and I asked Minnesotans to come together and make a goal line stand to fight COVID and protect the economy. The fight's not over, but we've got the ball back. We're on offense, and we're making progress.
Trust me, you don't want to go with a football narrative in Minnesota. Walls, I know he's a former football coach, but football in Minnesota? Like, even yourself, as the incumbent governor, you've got a huge lead and are expected to win next year. We know how that goes in Minnesota football. We miss field goals. We blow late leads in epic fashion. Wouldn't go with the football narrative. Maybe go with a different one, like, look, we got a vibrant art scene here. This is our second act. Or, look, we're pro-business. More innovation coming in our second term. Or we are for education. We are passing the test as leaders, and we deserve a second term. I wouldn't go with football here. Trying your campaign, tying it to a sport where we never win and always blow it, probably not the greatest decision.
Number three.
Speaking of, as the chairman of the Minnesota Sports Misery Commission, myself, it is our responsibility to warn you. Proceed with caution tonight. Enjoy it, love it, but proceed with caution. Minnesota Wild are unbeaten. 4 points in their first 2 games. And the home opener tonight at the X. This team has got Kirill Kaprizov. They have got went to the playoffs last year. Loads and loads of hope tonight. And as the chairman of the Minnesota Sports Misery Commission, I urge you all, enjoy it, love it, proceed with caution.